everybody. Today I'm going to be going through all the stuff I've gotten so far on my North Carolina road trip. Now, this trip was not what I was anticipating. I had a really hard time finding stuff at first, and then all of a sudden, boom, it happened real quick. So we're halfway through this next stop that I'm at, which was awesome, by the way, and there's a few more stops after that coming, but here's everything I've gotten so far. I'm not gonna lie, the first two spots I went kind of disappointed. It was really not my style, and I always look at a few pictures and stuff online before I go somewhere, especially if it's out of my way, and it seemed like it was going to be way more speed than it was. But I did manage to find one thing. Now, I got this super cute little Relpo polka dot duck planter. I only paid $10 for it. I'm not going to lie, I thought it was going to be worth well more than it actually was. I kind of stalled on looking it up because I've had the chick one of this before, and it sold instantly, like 3 times. I've had it 3 times for $76 to $85. So I was kind of blown when I looked this one up and I saw multiple online, anywhere from 34, like 34, 35 was probably the average price. Either way, I mean, it's still like a win. I just got really excited about it. So it kind of cut twice as deep when I found out it was not worth double what I thought it was. The next place I went was somewhere I'd been before. I found only a couple items there. The first thing I got was this super fun flocked ceramic cat figurine. Now, I've never had this size before. I've only had like the little family. I believe they're made by Kelvin's, although this one's stamped with a different number than the ones I see usually are, so I'm not sure. Either way, they're super hard to find, and it's super rare that the flocking and paint is in this good condition. I only paid $1 for it, and I'm pretty sure he'll sell for about $33, $34. We all know I'm super picky about my pose dolls. I do say a lot that I like the ones made in Japan better than Korea, and that I like the ones sitting better than standing a lot of the time. I don't know why that is, but she was pretty spectacular. I definitely paid up for her. She was $22. I could not resist. She was in like almost pristine condition. She's just got that little faint stain on the side of her face. I love her red high heels. Her hair color is really unique with her silver bows. She is made in Japan. She's marked Tokyo. Now, the best part is she's a music box. And her big eyes with her contrasting pink lipstick. I just think she was so fun. I did pay $22 for her. I won't really be able to double my money. It will be close, but still, a pose doll this spectacular, I could not leave behind in good faith, especially because I had already, it was my 3rd stop of the day, and I had gotten like a couple items. Next up was a deal I couldn't resist. I got all 3 of these vintage appliance covers for $10, which is awesome. Now, I really loved the color and the pattern, and of course the condition was spectacular. Like I said, I paid $10 for the set of all 3, which is insane, because I do believe that the toaster cover will leave me with $15 in my pocket alone. Now, I am normally pretty careful about which ones of these I pick up. The ones with like the poodles and stuff usually sell pretty quick. I love the ones that are embroidered with the anthropomorphic things. However, the colors and the daisies and the condition could not stop myself for $10, especially because it also came with the mixer cover, which was also in pristine condition, and what I believe to be a coffee maker cover. I definitely had a little trouble identifying this. It's kind of a strange size. I'm pretty sure that this one will probably take a little while to sell, unless there's somebody who like utilizes their kitchen in a way I don't, which is very likely because I'm not a kitchen person. But the pattern and the colors were so vintage and so mid-century and mod and retro and so versatile. For $10, I took the set. Next up, I went to this place called Lost in Time, which was awesome. I definitely wish I had grabbed a couple more things than I did. I was being kind of cheap just because I was like in a weird mood. I'd been on the road all day and kind of had a hard time. But I did end up grabbing these 2 little Pose Pixies. They are made in Japan. They usually sell pretty quick. They're definitely on the harder to find side. I can't believe I was about to leave these. I only paid $8 each for them. Now, they aren't the ones that sell for crazy money, but I looked them up while I was there, and then I looked them up again in my previous listings when I got home. I think that they will sell for around $23 to $21. And quickly. I could probably get a couple dollars more for them, honestly, just because Easter time is approaching and they usually go for more around that time. But I do want to stay true to how much I've sold them for in the past. I do believe that the most, well, I don't believe, I know, because I looked it up. Sorry, I had a moment there. The most expensive one I sold was for $27, and it was in perfect condition. And these just have like a couple little, like this, for example, that's not like the best. This one's pretty clean, but still, I don't feel like charging top dollar for them. I'm just kind of happy with the price I got them and moving them along. Now, the other thing I got is, I'm kind of like, what am I doing here? People are going to cringe at what I'm about to say. I know, it's cringeworthy, but I got these Miller Studio ballerina chalkware plaques. Now, they are incredible. I did pay up for them. I paid like almost $30. It was like 28 bucks, I think, for 3 of them. But they're amazing. I had to resell them. However, when I got them home, and like the whole time I was in the checkout line and driving around with them, I kept thinking, man, I do not want to ship all 3 of these together. I am so nervous I'm going to break one. The larger one is almost 13.5 inches. So it would take a special size box, not a box that I usually carry. I don't like shipping things that are that fragile and long. It just makes me super nervous, especially it would be different if it was the only thing in there. But since there's another set, these things are in such pristine condition, and I'd never seen this paint job on it before that I couldn't bring myself to do it. So I put the big one aside, and I am selling these 2 as a pair. They're 1964 Miller Studio. If you think that's sacrilegious, feel free to message me about it. I'm not going to feel bad, honestly. I'd rather get them to you safe and sound rather than in a broken mess. And I'm a really good shipper. I have had a really great shipping track record, and I have just limitations where I'm like, you know what? Sorry, I just don't feel comfortable doing that, even though I know I technically probably could. I don't want to, so I'm not going to. So hopefully no one hates me too much. These things are incredible, and I want them to get to you that way. So then I spent an entire day driving around, not finding what I was looking to find, getting lost, just having a generally negative time for an adventure. It really wasn't going my way. However, something awesome ended up happening, and I stumbled upon this place I had no idea existed. I still don't really understand where I was. It was in northern Wilkesboro, North Carolina, and I went to Carolina Treasures on Main. This place was awesome. Now, I got a lot of stuff here, and I'm only going to show half of it because I'm going to save the rest for tomorrow. So I'm going to try and decipher this receipt as cleanly as possible. First off, check out this like Cheshire Cat style bank. Absolutely incredible. Now, he is made in Japan. He's missing a stopper. I only paid $5 for him though, and I've never seen this one before. It's only got the little, now normally these are pretty beat up. Now, none of the ones I got are completely perfect, but I got pretty lucky considering the condition is usually way rougher than this, and the price is usually way higher. So even though he's got a little nick, I only paid $5 for him. And it's not even a real nick, it's just like a nick in the paint. So fun. I also only paid $5 for this one. Look at this awesome neon girl with the donkey bank. This thing's epic. And again, I only paid $5 for it. It's not perfect. It's got a couple little nicks in the paint. But still, for $5, it was a no-brainer, especially having such a dry couple of days out there. Unique, neon, pink, you name it. It's got all the things we like. This one was probably one of my favorites I found. This one was also only $5, which is insane. Again, it's one that I've never really seen before. If I have, it's probably been so expensive and overpriced at an antique mall that I didn't pay attention. Again, relatively good condition. Got the little bit of the nick on the paint there. but we love the big eye, we love the neon flower, we love the anthropomorphic. So cute, so kitschy, and a steal for $5. Next up, I got this super awesome dog salt and pepper shaker set for only $5. I love the plaid and their collars. They have a super unique look to them. I do believe they're Nabco, but I could be mistaken. They aren't marked. They're definitely made in Japan. For $5, I definitely scooped them up, especially because they're unique and they've got those super kitschy eyes. Definitely look like they're gonna be a quick sell. I've not seen these exact ones. I haven't looked them up yet, but they do have almost a whole Howard Cozy Kitty theme to them, which I do appreciate. This next one was a huge score. Now, I've had Moody Mary before. She comes in a bunch of different colors. She's made by Lego Japan. She usually goes really quick. I didn't want to mess with this string because it is attached to the original tag, and I'd just rather be safe than sorry, because, I mean, the fact that it's got even part of the original tag is incredible. Many moods in my when I am empty, I want to cry. Fill me up and I'll be gay. Isn't it nice to be that way? Oh my gosh, shut the front door. I'm furious today. I'm bored today. I'm happy today. I'm sad today. I love her. Now, of course, like a lot of them are, she is missing her stopper. But again, for that price, it was insane. Like, I've had these sell anywhere from $55 in good condition. I just realized there was something inside of it. Oh, it's the other half of her tag. Awesome. I'm gonna shove that back in there. I also can't believe that this one was only $5. Check this thing out. I've never seen one quite like this. I've seen variations, but with the hippo, the lion, the pink elephant. I mean, look at this freaking owl. How awesome. The little tiger. Again, it is missing its stopper, 1969. So freaking cool. And the fact that it's not completely chipped up, even though it's got a little bit of wear, I mean, it's an incredible piece. And especially at $5, I would have happily paid more for this. I also only paid $5 for this ridiculous thing. The fact that it was in its original packaging was definitely the nail in the coffin. I've had Silly Willy before, but anything that's like new old stock like this, I can't resist. Now, I'm not sure how well he works, but the fact that he's in his original packaging, I kind of feel like, who cares? I'm trying to get his tongue to come out, but it's not really doing it. Either way, it is hilarious. We love it. And little rubber kitschy oddity thing. I mean, come on now. I love these little dolls with the unique expressions, especially original packaging and $5. Also, something I've never had before, this incredible country western girl music box. I love her. The little cowgirl with her pink outfit. She's in perfect condition. She does work. She's an originals by Erica. She is made in Japan, which I felt like was really unique. I almost thought she was a little bit newer just because of her condition being as intact as it is. For $10, she was a huge steal. Let's wind her up. That is so stinking cute. Next up, I got this super cute little sugar bunny rabbit. Now, I do usually stay away from the bisque material. However, I am adamant about anything in a bunny suit that's vintage. This was only $3.50. And whereas I know I've had one before, I cannot find it in my listings. This fairy version sold for about $16. I'm guessing this might go for around that, maybe $17, just because of the bunny suit and the little butterfly we love. But I'm gonna have to go back into my listings one more time just to make sure that I'm not going too high. So the next thing I got were these Miller Studios chalkware cardinals. Now, I'd never seen the cardinals before. I only paid $5 for them. Yes, I know we can already see the chip on this one. However, paid $5 for the pair. One's in great condition and the other is, unfortunately, maybe a little black Sharpie, even though I'm not the one to do that. Maybe you could. And it's missing its hanger on the back, but that's super easy. They're 1968 Miller Studios, like I said, and I'm gonna sell them as a pair. Since I only paid $5 for them, I felt confident that I'd still be able to double my money on one alone, and then this is gonna be kind of like a freebie. I kind of messed up on this one. I know, it's super cute. Drink more orange juice. Now, I've had ones like this without the face on the orange in stock for over a year, which is not a good sign. I only paid $6 for it. I couldn't resist the one with the face. The one with the face I have had before, and it sold instantly for $12. And it's been a while since I had it. Unfortunately, I completely missed that this is repaired. So at this point, I would just be happy to get my money back in my pocket for it, which I think is possible, but it kind of stinks that I completely missed. It was a pretty good repair job. It really took me studying it in the light to realize that it wasn't just a little discoloration right here. It was a full-blown repair on the handles. So sad but true. Oh well, it was only $6. It's still super cute. I'm not that torn up about it. This is a super awesome set. I paid $10 for it. Again, not in perfect condition, a little bit of wear, but super unique and hard to find. I love the lingerie. We all know I'm a big sucker for anything risque. 1950s Japan especially. Now, they've got like a little bit of wear here and there, but I've never actually had these before. I think I had the bank version. Now, I swear I picked these up once a couple of years ago, but I cannot find them anywhere in my listings. I'm not sure what that's about. Maybe I just called them something different and I was looking at the wrong keyword. But $10, I was like, hey, I won't be able to double my money off of them, but they're so special that I'll still be able to make a few bucks off of them, and it's totally worth it to me. Next up, I got another thing that I've had before, but I am a huge sucker for anything ice cream themed. I love these. I pick them up every time I find them within a certain price range, and it doesn't happen that often. There's a lot of different versions of them. They come in different colors, different materials. I just had a glass and metal one. These are the plastic ones. I love the colors on these. I think they're so fun. I only paid $6 for them, and my ice cream cone salt and pepper shakers have sold anywhere from $17 to $21. So I scooped them up immediately, especially with that coloring. I think they're so fun. They are made in Hong Kong, and they are cute. I was trying to remember which one was which, but then I realized it doesn't really matter. One of them I paid $6 for, one of them I paid $4 for, and I remember just thinking cost average, whatever. It's $1, don't sweat it. They're both super awesome. Of course, this one is my personal favorite with the little frog and the happy little bumblebee and his neon pink cheeks. Now, this one is Japan too. It's 1971 Japan, which I thought was interesting because I didn't realize they were still making them in Japan at, I thought this one was going to be a little bit newer, but I love the little happy bumblebee. And unfortunately, the frog does have that little nick as these normally do in the paint. But look at the back. I mean, even the back is hilarious. I love it. It's super unique, and I've never had it before, and it was under $10, so I snatched it for sure. And the little poodle, I couldn't help because poodles usually sell well. I'm such a sucker for a good poodle, and I've never had this particular poodle bank, and I was getting all these so cheap that I was like, I can't leave that behind. It is made in Japan. It's missing its stopper, but for $4 or $6, whatever, we're gonna call them $5 each. I could not complain. Next up, I got this super funky nursery planter. It was only $6. It was so different. It does have a little nick on the bottom here, on the back here, excuse me. But it's got this goofy little expression and the snail. I couldn't resist. So for $6, and it is Japan, I definitely scooped this up anyway. Even though it wasn't perfect, it was different and priced right. This is gonna be the last thing in the haul. I bought so much stuff at the end of this trip. It was insane. This is my favorite thing I found though. Now, I was so excited when I saw it. I didn't notice a little bit of the damage. But to be honest, it's so minor, I don't really care, and I only paid $8 for it. Check out this fantastic Napco planter. I have seen the Get Well version, I've seen different versions, but I've never seen this mailman special just for you. Absolutely adorable, and it was only $8. Now, it does have a little bit of the wear right here and on the bottom of his foot, but could not resist, especially for $8. I have yet to look him up. My guess is even with the damage, he will sell for at least $35. And of course, I'm going to tack on my average shipping cost for something 2 pounds, which is going to be about $10. For this to ship, it would be anywhere from $8 to $14. So I definitely don't want to give him away since he is so unique and definitely on the harder to find side. Thank you so much for all your support. I hope you liked all the fun stuff I got. I definitely had a good time at the end of the trip, not at the beginning really, although it's all an adventure. You know, you can't win every time, and I try to remind myself that. I usually get pretty lucky, and I usually don't have that hard a time. When I do, it's usually short-lived. That was a little bit of an extreme case, but I will see you guys tomorrow at 10 a.m., and we can go through all the rest of the stuff I got while I was in North Carolina. Thank you. See you guys tomorrow.